Hi, I'm Clark from Temptress. A few weeks ago, I did a video on building a battery that looks similar to this in this case. I opened this one up for a sec to show you inside, just as an example. And I have gotten a lot of people saying, hey Clark, what's going on with this one? So we're gonna do a real short video this time, talking about this battery, how I made it, what the differences are about these cells, various things like that. Okay, I've already opened this one up because it's a little harder to open with all the wood structure. And we're gonna take a look inside here. What we have are 5 of these, what are they called? Headway cells. They're available in a couple styles. This is their 10 amp cells. They have also an 8 amp hour cell that can really put out a huge amount of power. They're red. They look like sticks of dynamite, and they kind of are. But even these can put out a lot more power than the prismatics. So in a smaller battery, it's really nice if you have that feature, if you need it. I didn't set this battery up really to take advantage of that. But since it has 5 of these 10 amp cells in a parallel row, they're all together. You can see by the bus bar that they're all connected on both sides right across. This makes it a 50 amp hour battery. And since there are 4 rows of them, that's 4 in series, the way I've got it set up, that makes it a 12 volt nominal battery. Pretty straightforward. For the bars, if you want to make one of these, this worked very well for me. I didn't have a source for copper that was handy, so I just took some copper tubing, you know, like you would solder into plumbing or whatever, hardware store copper tubing. I hammered it flat, very easy to do, then drilled some holes, and that's what I used as the main bus bar. For the joiner bars between the batteries that are in parallel, I happen to have these copper bars, little barlets, and put them together, and they were just the right length, so I can kind of situate them so that their hollows fit into each other. Anyway, this is the main negative. It goes across through the batteries to the other side, down to the next one, which you can see here, with the same joiner that you can see right across the middle here. Join again here, back over, one more of those joiners on that side, and then back, and way down. Then the one row of cells that you can see when the battery is assembled, but you can't when it's not assembled, is the one that ends in the main positive. Now, I have these little wires coming off from all the important deal: main system negative, cell 1 positive, cell 2 positive, cell 3 positive, and main positive. That comes into this little BMS. Nothing special about this BMS. It was cheap. It can put out 50 amps only, and it should only be charged at 30. But that's well within how I use this battery. This battery is for an electric, a 38-pound electric trolling motor, and it works a charm for that. I also connected up a active balancer, and I had that glued right here, but since I've got this open, I pried it off and taken the time to scrape the hot glue off, and I'm going to put that around on the top, on the side you can see. I could see like lights glowing inside the case when it was balancing, but I didn't know it was happening, and it has very nice lights here that tell you what's going on. So we're just going to improve the design a little bit. And then finally, I've added this large circuit breaker to the negative wire, so from the outside I can just turn it right off. That makes the big poles here just absolutely dead, because the negative's dead and positive is of no real use all by itself. I guess it goes the other way on this one. That's about it. So let's assemble it up and put it back together. For safety and ease, I'm going to unclip that and just slide the wire through the space. Yeah, nothing goes easy on video. There we go. And then I'll just place it together. The negative wire is still there. The positive has been disconnected so that I could open it. I'll put the active balancer back on. We'll hot glue that in place, probably like, that looks kind of nice. And I'm going to now hook up the positive wire. I didn't have access to a lot of things when I put this together initially. Even this is just some copper tubing that I placed the wires inside of and then hammered it all flat, so it's locked in pretty good. I do believe I added a little bit of solder to that, and then I drilled the hole to 3/8. Well, screw it in. Flat washer, lock washer, and nut. So we'll tighten those right down, and I put wing nuts on that to actually hold the electrical wires that we use. And I stole those for the other batteries, so I don't have them handy, but you know what a wing nut is. I'll tighten that up later. Anyway, that's it. If you wanted to build a battery based on these Headway cells, they fit if you put them together just like this. When the case is closed, it just is firm, locks right onto them. I was very lucky that way. And that's about it. So this time, not an hour-long video, real short video. If you want to know how to build one of these in real depth, a couple weeks ago, I did another waterproof one with flat prismatic cells, and I went on for nearly an hour. So there's a lot of wisdom there if that interests you. That's it. Bye from Clark on Temptress. Okay, Emily wants a longer video. Who are you and what have you done with my wife?